All right.
Are you all recording?
Yep, we're recording, and we are on to game exhibit number 8 of the weekend. 7 games right over there that you can see. We actually have 4 of these games that have giveaways. And,
So be ready.
So be ready for that. The first one, however, does not. The next one will. First one is...
Wait.
What?
Weren't we going to do the...
No, live game.
No, later?
That's later.
Okay, later. Sorry. My timeline's all screwed. Never mind.
That's fine.
First one is Eternal Hope. That is Eternal Hope by Double Hit Games. You can follow them on Twitter, Double Hit Games. It's out on Game Jolt right now with a free alpha. Obviously, still in early access. The dev of the company, Pedrosoft, our longtime listener
And friend.
is in the chat. So please feel free to ask him questions. So Eternal Hope reminds me a lot of those side-scrolling platformers like Limbo and with the silhouette style kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But this has some really cool game mechanics, I think.
Oh, definitely. It's also very pretty. I don't think it quite has the Limbo look. There are more colors.
Oh no, yeah,
and
it's
and
definitely. I just
I'll
like
take your
just
word
because
on
of
that
the
one.
silhouette thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just because of the silhouette thing, but the colors really reminisce of almost of Ori in the Blind Forest. Like
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like if Ori was silhouetted with some colors left over.
and a different sort of stylized
Yeah,
look,
absolutely.
which I personally like a lot more. I like the way this game looks a lot more than Ori and the Blind Forest. But
And low
that's just
low
me.
poly, he mentions, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot more low poly than it's a stylistic choice, I think, but a lot more low
Exactly.
poly than Ori.
There's also a lot more depth than in a lot of the other sort of silhouette-y games that we've seen in just the art itself.
Well, it's got that mechanic too of like switching between what I think is the spirit world, is what I'm guessing, and or something like that, and then the real one. So you saw those platforms kind of apparate. So to
Or
make your
being
way
able
across.
to go through the trees at a clip that we just passed there.
Yeah, and Brian makes a point. Limbo doesn't have a patent on silhouettes. It's just that they're
Yeah, exactly.
a bigger
It's just
game that did it.
that's
So
the-
I mean,
that's the exactly.
and people give a lot of times they give crap to games like that, take inspiration from or have the same kind of genre or feel or something like that. And it's like, well, just about everything is going to be taking something from something else.
Exactly.
how art works.
Yeah, it's the quality and the enthusiasm and the soul that you put into it. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
again, this is not Limbo or Ori and the Blind Forest or anything like that. It has its own mechanics, its own gameplay, its own style. So I mean, the only reason to compare it to is just to kind of give a base to start from.
General understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it also looks like there's a power meter for when you do go into the dark or the spirit realm or whatever it's called in this game, to where it'll give you bonuses, and it'll show you platforms and places where you might not see them otherwise, and it'll let you go through get through obstacles that you don't see in the normal world, but it's a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
You really have to plan it out. And
I personally really, I really like the way it looks. I'm
it's
excited for it
beautiful.
to come out 100% because I want it. Now, speaking of something that is out for 100%, is something that we're doing a giveaway of, and it's called Watchlist. Check it out. That is Watchlist, and as you can see, it's a bullet hell with some awesome music. The dev is in the chat, Dr. Skipper.
I could listen to that music all day.
Yeah, it's by. He said it's by Cartridge 1987. You can check it out on Bandcamp and SoundCloud. It is the developer's name is Fletcher Cole. You can follow him at Dr. Skipper _ on Twitter. This game is released on itch.io. Name your own price. Meaning you can get it for free, but we highly encourage you to pay something to support the developer.
There is also awesome they are on Steam Greenlight, so make sure to click that. Give them a yes if you're interested in this game. I certainly am, so I'm gonna vote for that. I don't know if they linked that in the thing, but on their website they were like, vote for us on Greenlight, and I was just like, yes, let's do that.
Yep, vote on Greenlight.
Yeah, it's really cool. There is story within this game. The best way that I can describe it is with how it is worded on the website. Your actions have been examined, and it has been determined you have violated our nation's laws and have contributed to a weakness in our nation's security. To be offered a second chance, you must prove yourself to have realigned with the priorities of our society. And then it goes on to talk about how you are tasked with taking out undesirables who do not fit the form that they want.
This gives me a really retro vibe, and not, I mean in the game itself, but more of you know how computers looked in the 80s, you know what I mean? Like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It gives me that kind of a feel in the like a sci-fi technology 80s way.
But it's so modern and smooth.
And if you didn't notice, we have a giveaway for this. There is one winner for this, because the other copy is going to the grand prize winner at the end of the weekend. So I'll give it another minute. Go ahead.
There are also lots of different weapons. I'm assuming that you get those through power-ups that you can collect. Standard bullet hell shmup sort of deals. The level design looks really, really neat, and I think a big draw for this game is navigating the levels and also trying not to die. So it's not just a normal like, okay, well, we're scrolling and I have to shoot all these things. It really is hey, let's go on an adventure and kill all these things and try to clear out all of these levels that we need to clear out. And I think it's pretty awesome.
All right. Well, with that said, we have the giveaway like 7 seconds. So get your votes in. Go, go, go.
5, 4, 2, 1.
All right. Picking a winner. The winner is Pedrosoft. You win a copy of Watchlist. I will whisper it's a itch.io link. I'll whisper that to you in the chat shortly. Now,
coming up next
game.
is a game that at first looks a little unassuming, but just wait and you'll love the premise. It's Quantum Pilot.
Again, there is a giveaway for this too, so keep an eye out for that giveaway soon. And I'm going to actually lower the sound effects and continue watching. So Quantum Pilot, go ahead.
So I was going to say, I don't know if you guys watching that picked up on this, but it builds your enemies off of what you did in the previous event. Like, it looks, like Tech said, it looks really simple, and you're like, oh no, this will be fine. And then it memorizes what you did and puts you up against every instance, every iteration of what you did.
It's kind of cool that it's like,
and it all stacks. So it's not cool. Just it's the last one. It's all of them.
It's kind of cool that it's misleading like that because it has the I think it's almost like the exact shape of the ship in Asteroids.
Yeah.
But then it has the advanced AI like that where it learns what you're doing. So I mean it's deceptive in like, oh, this is a simple game, and then you get your ass kicked. And then you feel,
by
feel
yourself.
Like
yeah, exactly. You are the only one to blame, and it's really cool too. And it adds a level of strategy to really maximizing your score because the weapons change, and so then your movement has to change, and then knowing where you're going to move and knowing that the enemies are going to move in the exact same way and shoot in the exact same way that you just did is really going to affect how you play the game. I'm wondering if not shooting very many bullets would be the best option.
I'm assuming that would be a integral part of higher level play.
Yeah, is not shooting.
Yeah, so I think the best thing to do is to not freak out, or else you're gonna screw yourself.
Yeah.
And again, there is a giveaway for this. If you want to win, select yes. For those of you who are lurking, you do need to sign in to win a copy. Sign into the chat.
And the link to the website is in the chat as well.
Yes.
This is another name your price deal.
Yes, yes. Support the dev. Forgot. It's at Quantum Potato on Twitter. So the production or the developer company is Quantum Productions. Find it on itch.io. Name your price so you can get it for free. However, highly encourage you to support the devs and pay a little bit of money, or a lot of money if you have it. Feel free and get it for yourself.
I like the idea of them checking their bank account tomorrow and they're like $600,000. What the hell? And it's just somebody who's like, yeah, it was Saturday. I was watching.
Yeah, why not?
I was watching IRX and it was a pay what you want.
Why not? That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will stop the contest now, and actually stop the video because the sound's still going. All right, how many can I give away this one? Where is it? I gotta find it real quick.
A few.
We have quite a few.
Blah, blah. Yeah, I want to make sure I have it so I can give it out. I have it, but All right, there we go. And I will pick a couple of winners. Keen Maverick. And Garrett Polk, congratulations, you win.
Congratulations, guys.
A copy of Quantum Pilot. I will whisper that to you shortly.
For those of you lurking, if you want to get in on the awesome giveaway action in the chat, make an account on Hitbox. You don't even have to follow us, but it'd be cool if you did. And then you'll be able to enter for all these chances to win all these awesome games, and we are giving away even more every day, today and tomorrow, as well as at the end of the convention, we are giving away a pack of 33 games to one lucky winner.
All right.
Another reason
and it can't be me.
Speaking of another lucky winner, we have another giveaway, yet another one for Obliteracers coming up now. So that was Obliteracers. That is by Space Dust Studios. You can follow them at Space Dust Studio.
I'm wondering if those guys played Dwarf Fortress because of the fun asterisks.
You can find this on Steam, Xbox One, and PS4 for $14.99.
Yes, and this dev team, they're calling them. They refer to themselves as a triple I or a triple indie, sort of, because their entire team, or at least most of their team, come from working on AAA games, and they've come together to put this out their own. And one of the cool things too that I saw is that you can use your smartphone as a controller.
Yeah,
and that would make it a lot easier to actually have 16 people in the same room on the same TV actually playing this game all at once, because nobody has.
So you don't need that many controllers. Yeah, that's a really good idea if you're going to do local co-op, because especially nowadays there's only 2 controller ports. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might check it out for a party tonight. Yeah, get it for a party. You could win it if you want to, Dr. Skipper, because I'm going to pick 2 winners for this one as well. But yeah, it's right. It's kind of like Mario Party meets Action Hank. I can see that, but definitely like a karting type of thing where you're shooting at each other. But it seems a lot more chaotic, and it's a really nice game to look at too.
And the level design is super neat. Lots of variety in all the levels that they have in there, and you can go local and online. So even if you don't have any friends,
they have nice particle effects.
At your party. You can still, everybody can get the game and
I
play on their
don't
own
have
system.
any friends, so I'm going to go online and play Obliteracers.
Or if you have a party just for yourself,
Yes, at my party. Well, okay, to be fair, I have a lot of parties just for me.
Every night in the shower. I didn't say that. Well, that is Obliteracers, and I will pick a couple of winners in 10 seconds. So get your votes in. Go, 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 go. Everyone's trying to frantically log into the Hitbox.
Keen Maverick has a good comment. Ain't no party like a Keen Maverick party, because a Keen Maverick party is lonely.
Also, hello, Tim. And here you go. I'm going to end the thing and pick a couple of winners. First one is Dr. Skipper. There you go. It's for your party. There you go. And the second one is Keen Maverick again. Man, he's making out like a bandit.
Congratulations, guys.
I promise you it's not because he's friends with Rev. It's totally legit.
It's not. Yeah.
Although Rev is skeevy, but... but yeah, that's Hitbox randomization. All right, so I will whisper those out shortly. And then the last, no, it's not the last one, but it's the last giveaway for this game block. Yeah, Transcend and Muck do not have.
Yeah, but
giveaways.
Doesn't Rockabilly Beatdown?
That's what I said. This is the last one coming up. Pay
up,
attention
gosh.
what I say.
I stopped listening to you hours ago.
All right. So here we go.
You need to start listening to the video.
And just so everyone knows, the giveaway for Rockabilly Beatdown is for iOS. So if you don't have an iOS device, don't vote because you're not going to be, unless you want to give it to a friend. So here we go. Rockabilly Beatdown. Take it away because I gotta still whisper this stuff.
This game is really fun. I played it while I was on vacation 2 or 3 weeks ago, and let me tell you, it is actually very smooth. It runs really, really well. It's a surprising amount of fun. You move left and right, and you have your attack buttons, and it's basically just beat the crap out of crazy monsters and just have a lot of fun in a lot of different levels.
There's literally nothing about this game that doesn't make me giggle with glee. If I had an iOS device, I could see myself spending way more time than is healthy playing this. And we have the dev for it in chat right now. Edco is in there. So if you have any questions, Keen asked if Rumblecade has done other games because it looks kind of familiar. I don't believe that they have, or if they have, it's not listed on their website.
You know what's really funny? When I installed this game, it was I did it while my grandmother, and I were eating dinner at this place, and I install it, and my mom looks over at the phone and she's like, I've seen that game before. That game looks really familiar. And I hadn't heard of it since before we the dev got in contact with us. But the fact that she recognized it, and it was something that was interesting to her. And then I installed it on my grandmother's iPhone, and she was like, "Do you have another code for that?" And I'm like, "I don't," because she uses Apple. But yeah, so.
Well, and I was doing some more looking just now to kind of see what was going on, and yeah, I could definitely see Chubby Kitten says there's a Double Dragon feel to it, but apparently part of why we might be recognizing their work is that they do a lot of art services for games, like over 100 shipped titles that they've helped out.
That's why the art's so good.
Yeah, definitely.
They have some practice.
Hot damn freelance work, huh?
Yeah.
They've done modeling for Monkey Quest and a bunch of other stuff. So, yeah, you
99 cents
might
on iOS.
Yeah, it's only 99 cents. So even if you don't win a copy, there's no excuse not to get it because everyone
unless you don't have an iOS device.
You could beg for $1 if you really want it. If you don't have $1.
Just scrape up some quarters.
Yeah. So I will go ahead and. 6 seconds, stop the giveaway, and we'll move on to the next one.
4,
3. Okay, it's stopping. So winners. Winners. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 codes. So I'm actually gonna give it. All right. So remember. Pedrosoft doesn't have iOS. So Pedro, you're actually one of the winners. So do you want it, or are you going to give it? Are you going to give it to a friend, or should I move on to another person? Let me know. The other winner is Chubby Kitten.
Congratulations.
Yep. All right, he's going to give it to a friend. So Pedro and Chubby Kitten, I'll whisper that to you shortly, and then we'll move on to the next game, Transcend. Who's the dev is also in the chat.
I can't wait to see this one.
And also congratulations on being greenlit.
Yeah, definitely.
This is by Tent Maker Games. Brian Cologne in the chat. You can follow him on Twitter at Brian D. Cologne. It's coming out on PC, but no price yet.
This game is very when you first look at it, it's like, okay, so you kill yourself and you resurrect yourself, but there's so much more to it, and the level design is really, really, really great, and it obviously was designed with so many of these different mechanics in mind, and it's not easy at all. It is like the relatively simple mechanics of, when you're dead you can do certain things, and when you're alive you can do others, and then they introduce the cannons that shoot different are you alive bullets or are you dead bullets, and sometimes the alive bullets can really mess you up, and there are a lot of levels that I've had a lot of trouble with, just because you have to be really tight, you have to really know what you're doing, you have to plan way ahead of where you are expecting to plan, and it only took me a few minutes to really get it, and when I got it, I really, really got it.
And this was inspired by Braid, which is actually, I definitely see the inspiration there with the instead of this. I mean, this is like more Alive and Dead, whereas Braid was time, but I can definitely see the inspiration in the puzzle design. One thing I want to note is that unless it's changed, that the art is one thing I know that they want. Obviously, this is still in development, but the art is one thing that they wanted to hire someone to do. So all the stuff in here, I think, is placeholder.
Ish. As I recall, it's slightly ish. I do know that that Brian's had an ongoing Indiegogo, or no, I'm sorry, that closed. My apologies for me. Sorry. My sense of time is off.
He had an Indiegogo to hire an artist, but it didn't complete. So, I think though that obviously he's still trying to get it. It's just maybe taking a little bit longer. So keep that in mind that you're looking at something, early development, not finished.
Exactly. Even still,
what really matters is that it's fun and the gameplay mechanics are there.
And not only that, but I do believe that the engine is done, and I think he can confirm that. But from what I've heard, like the mechanics are baked in, and now it's just a matter of polish.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what else we're gonna polish?
Our mocks.
Next game.
I don't know.
We're gonna polish off this game exhibit with the last game for this slot. The next game is called Muck. That is Muck by 42 Bytes. You can follow him on Twitter at 42_bytes. And
it's for
iOS and Android.
iOS and Android.
For
It
free.
is free. And it's all hand drawn. You are the alien Mock, and your job is to control a very fragile spaceship and save all of your friends.
And this game is
through all of
ridiculously
these-
hard.
Is it?
it looks.
Oh,
It look. If I had a
so
phone, it looks hard because some of those traps come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Are the controls tight or are they slidey?
It's fairly tight. I mean it is a choplifter type game. So dealing with your momentum is definitely a problem sometimes. But
I mean it feels
no,
right is what I'm asking.
Yeah, no, it feels fantastic. It's just it is not the most forgiving of games.
It's one of those you got to practice to get good. But I mean, but that's sort of the fun in these really hard games is see how far you can get, and then find all of those crazy ways that you can kill yourself.
Shortcut and kill yourself. Yeah.
I always appreciate the whole hand drawn thing too. I always feel like that adds an extra personal touch, and there's just some of, not to say that you can't do that with like regular 3D kind of art and stuff like that, but like this sort of thing just adds a lot more personality from the dev.
Yeah, and especially in the marketplace that is the mobile app store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really does set it apart, and it's also very cohesive because I feel like it's very easy to do the hand drawn style, but lose a little bit of the cohesion between certain elements within the game, and this all feels like, even though it's all hand drawn and it wouldn't be considered clean art in some cases, it all fits really well together and it fits the aesthetic, and it's really great.
Yeah. You know what else is really great?
What's really great is being able to take a break
and staying tuned.
Yeah.
For the next panel by Tim Donnelly.
Staying very exciting.
Staying motivated. Highly suggest you stick around for that, especially if you're having trouble staying motivated.